Breaking through a wooden board with force is easy, but what if you only have 5 inches of striking distance? The answer is Wing Chun Kung Fu. At this moment, the buried Black Mamba must recall the essence of Wing Chun to break through the coffin board and escape before the oxygen runs out. 10 years earlier, Black Mamba came to China to find a master and learn martial arts, but she attacked the master, wanting to test his skills. The master defeated Black Mamba in seconds, knocking her to the ground. The master smiled, indicating he could handle Black Mamba without using his hands. They fought again. Black Mamba attacked with all her might. She finally managed to grab the master's throat, but with one powerful thrust, the master instantly pushed her back. Black Mamba forcefully kicked at the master's groin, but the master trapped her leg between his, and she couldn't move at all. Black Mamba finally acknowledged the master's skill. The next day, the master began teaching Black Mamba how to generate explosive power at short distances in Wing Chun. But after just a few strikes, Black Mamba's hands were in unbearable pain, her knuckles covered in wounds. She planned to stop and take a break, but the master happened to see this. He told her the wooden board is the enemy. The enemy should fear Black Mamba's advance, not Black Mamba fearing the enemy's retreat. When Black Mamba couldn't attack an enemy with full force, her only fate would be death. She overcame her inner fear and began the grueling training. By the end of the day, Black Mamba's hands hurt so much she couldn't control them. Even holding chopsticks became a challenge. Just as she was about to grab rice with her hands, the master took the rice bowl and dumped it on the ground. He said Kung Fu requires constant persistence. Black Mamba must continuously train her hands until they lose all sensation of pain. Black Mamba persisted in practicing Kung Fu, even dreaming about striking wooden boards. Not only that, she carried water up the mountain every day. Despite being drenched in sweat, she never dared to slack off. 6 months later, Black Mamba had learned many of the master's techniques. When she struck the wooden board again, she no longer felt pain. The master finally showed a satisfied smile. The flashback ends. Black Mamba finally recalled the essence of Wing Chun. She calmed herself, regulated her breathing, found the weak point in the wood, and repeatedly struck that spot. Even with her hands covered in blood, Black Mamba didn't give up. Black Mamba crawled out of the grave, covered in dirt, steam rising from her body, startling passers-by. Black Mamba approached Bill, who had buried her alive, seeking revenge. They immediately began fighting. Bill's sword strikes were fast and vicious. Black Mamba could only defend. Seeing she was about to lose, Black Mamba rushed to Bill's side and attacked him with Wing Chun. Bill instantly coughed up blood and staggered toward the center of the courtyard. But when he reached the 5th step, he could walk no further and slowly collapsed. At last, Black Mamba could finally rest.